beware, for wolves come in many disguises. Once upon a time, there was a boy called Peter. He lived with his grandfather in a cottage with a garden surrounded by a high stone wall. Outside the wall, there was a meadow with a pond and a tall tree. Beyond the meadow was a deep, dark forest. This is the story of Peter and the wolf. There's a bird, light and delicate, with feathers of silk. A dumb duck with a broad bill and large webbed feet. A pussycat. She is smooth but greedy and vain. There is a big grey wolf with sharp teeth and sharp claws who is always hungry. There are hunters searching the woods, firing their shotguns. There is a wise old grandfather. Now he worries about Peter all the time. And of course, there is Peter. Now, this is where the story begins. Early one morning, when Peter walked out of the house, he opened the gate and went into the big green meadow. On a branch of a tall tree sat a pretty little bird. "All is quiet and beautiful this morning," she said delicately. The bird was Peter's friend. Just then, a dumb duck passed by. She was glad the gate had been left open, as there was a deep pond in the meadow, and she wanted to swim. Seeing the duck, the bird flew down and sat next to her. The bird, who was very sweet, said, "What kind of a bird are you if you can't fly?" "What kind of a bird are you," the duck said snappily, "if you can't swim?" And with that, she hurriedly dived into the pond. That led to an argument. They argued and argued, the duck as she splashed around in the water, the bird hopping angrily on the shore. Just then, something caught Peter's eye. Pussy. Pussy was stalking through the tall grass. She thought to herself, that bird is busy arguing. I can probably get her now. And on velvet paws, she crept even closer. "Look out!" shouted Peter, and the bird flew up into the tree just in time. Well, the duck quacked angrily. From the middle of the pond. Pussy walked round and round, looking up at the bird and thinking, is it worth climbing so high, I wonder? By the time I get there, she'll have flown away. Grandfather came out of the house and through the open gate. He was puffing on his pipe. never liked Peter to go out into the meadow. "Not really the place for you, grandson," he said gravely. "Wolves and things. Do you know anything about wolves, huh? A dangerous lot, those wolves." Peter said nothing. Of course he wasn't afraid of wolves, but then he really couldn't argue with his grandfather. Grandfather led Peter home. He locked the gate securely. No sooner had Peter gone than a big grey wolf came out of the dark forest. He turned and saw him. In a twinkle, Pussy had scoffed up the tree. And the duck quacked hysterically, but in her panic, foolishly jumped out of the pond. The wolf saw the duck. He went for her like a shot, and no matter how hard, how fast the duck tried to run, she could not escape. The wolf in hot pursuit, nearer and nearer, catching up. Then he got the duck and swallowed her hungrily in one enormous gulp. Now, this is how things stood. Pussy was up a tree, sitting on one branch. The bird up the same tree on another branch, but not too close to Pussy. there was no great affection between them. The wolf walked round and round the tree, staring at both of them with greedy eyes, licking his lips. Peter saw it all, thinking. So the wolf wants to eat them. Well, two can play that game. I'll trap the wolf. Yes! That's how it should be done. That's how it must be done. So Peter went to his room and found a strong rope, which he wrapped round and round smoothly until he made a noose. He slipped it through his fingers and tried one or two quick throws. He went out noiselessly, climbed up on the stone wall over which one of the branches of the tree stretched. Silently, he took hold of the branch and eased himself onto the tree. He whispered to the bird, "Be a good little birdie. Fly down and tease the wolf a bit. Not too close, just enough to keep him busy for a moment or two." The bird obeyed, and fluttering overhead, almost touching the wolf. The wolf leapt upwards, snapping his huge, sharp teeth. But she was a clever little bird, and the wolf couldn't catch her. Meanwhile, Peter took the rope firmly in his hand, and without the wolf knowing it, he slid the noose over the wolf's tail, ever so gently. Then he pulled the rope with all his might. Yes! The wolf was caught. Caught by the tail, the wolf went mental, jumping wildly, trying to escape. His end of the rope to the tree. wolf struggled, the tighter the noose became. Just then, Peter saw the hunters come striding out of the woods on the trail of the greedy wolf. Their double-barreled shotguns gleaming in the sunlight. Poised and ready. "Stop shooting!" Peter shouted, but the hunters couldn't hear him. Again he shouted, "Stop! Put away your guns! Birdie and I have caught the wolf!" And then the victory parade. Peter at the head, followed by the hunters leading the wolf. And at the rear of the column, Pussy and Grandfather, still puffing on his pipe, shaking his head quizzically. He thought to himself, "Well, if Peter hadn't caught the wolf, what then?" But he decided to stay silent. Pussy said nothing. above flew Birdie. She was quite pleased with herself. "Just look at myself and Peter I've caught," she jibbed. And if you listen, you just might hear that dumb duck quacking away inside the belly of the wolf. You see, in his hungry attack, the wolf had swallowed her alive.